In this video, I'm going to analyze the Machenike K500-B61, which is a 60% mechanical keyboard, i.e. without a numeric keypad and with function and directional keys shared with other keys, and the ANSI standard, without C, with plastic construction and RGB lighting. Is this a good keyboard? Let's find out. The packaging, which is quite compact, features an illustration of the product on the front and mentions the model and brand. On the back, some features are highlighted, such as ABS keycaps, a removable USB-C cable and a compact design, as well as a label with information about the manufacturer and the switch used. On opening the package, we find the keyboard packed in a protective bag, a printed manual, a USB-C cable about 1.6 m long, a tool for removing the switches and another for the keycaps, as well as 2 spare switches, which is excellent. As previously mentioned, the Machenike K500-B61 uses the 60% compact standard, where this percentage indicates its size in relation to the full size, which is the one with the numeric keypad. Its structure is made of plastic, as is common for most mass-produced models of this standard, but there are custom cases available in a variety of different materials, such as aluminum, acrylic, and even wood. In any case, the structure used has a good finish and is sturdy enough that the keyboard doesn't twist too much. The underside of the keyboard has 2 rubbers at the ends, and despite being a 60% model, it has feet 4 height adjustment, which, like the rest of the casing, are also made of plastic. As for the keyboard connection, it's made via a USB-C port with a removable cable, which is good because it's a more modern and widely adopted standard. The keycaps used are made of PBT plastic with double-shot printing, which is basically a process where the keycap is pressed into another piece of transparent plastic with the character, and the advantage is that this process eliminates the possibility of them peeling and becoming illegible over time. The switches used are supplied by Wano, which is a manufacturer well known for its switches for mice, but which has recently entered the keyboard switch market, supplying both clones of the well-known Cherry MX Red/Blue/Brown/Black and other models of its own considered differentiated with distinctive tactile characteristics. This model is offered in variants with Wano Red/Brown/Blue. The stabilizers, which in mechanical keyboards refer to some kind of extra support so that the long keycaps, classic example, spacebar, don't dance when activated from the ends, are of the Cherry type and use crosses similar to the switch fitting, but located at the ends of the keycap. The actuation of the keys that use the stabilizer was very smooth, even when pressing the keys from the edges, which is a positive point. As for the disassembly process, it's very simple. Just remove the keycaps needed to access the 6 screws that join the base plate to the keyboard's plastic casing. As far as its internal construction is concerned, the quality of the PCB is good, with no brittle welds or flowing dirt. The microcontroller used is the BYK916, which is apparently a rebrand of the Cinewealth SH68F90. It's important to note that this keyboard supports hot swapping with any other 3-terminal switch, allowing upgrades if the user so wishes. Machenike offers an application for the K500-B61 that allows you to configure different functions for the keys, macro, and also 21 different lighting modes, some of which have options for customizing the color and speed of the effect. However, it should be noted that you can also make these adjustments independently of the software, in this case, using the hotkeys FN+, right Alt to select the effect, FN+, M to change the brightness, FN+, comma, to adjust the speed, and FN+, space to change the color. As it's a more compact keyboard than usual, some users may need time to adapt to it. After all, many keys share different functions, and at first this can be a little strange, with the FN function key being quite important. It should be made clear that this is not exactly a negative point of the product, but rather a limitation of this layout and the reduced number of keys. Apart from that, the model is comfortable to use and, at least in my perception, the Wano Blue switches are a little nicer than the original Cherry MX Blue, although the difference isn't that great. As this is a clicky switch, a reasonable level of typing noise is to be expected, where it should be noted that it sounds much more pleasant than the Audinu Blue. But in any case, if typing silence is a priority, linear switches are more suitable. The following points have been made. Regarding design and usability, the look of the Machenike K500-B61 is pleasing with its keycaps with different color patterns and the RGB lighting that does its job well. As far as usability is concerned, this keyboard uses the ANSI standard, and because it is a 60% layout, several keys share functions, which means that someone who is already used to the 100% or 85% models may need some time to get used to this. However, it should be noted that this is not a negative point of the product, but a feature that may also be common to other keyboards in this standard. As for the build quality, the K500-B61 structure is made of plastic, but with good quality finish, and the switches used, at least in the specimen analyzed, are honest Wano Blue switches, which are clicky, i.e. they have tactile and audible feedback. Regarding their reputation, there are practically no people reporting premature failures with these switches, which is good, but in any case, the keyboard is hot swap and the manufacturer has taken care to include 2 spare switches. The cable on this model is removable and uses a USB-C connector, which is another plus point. In terms of price, this keyboard is an excellent value for money, especially given its quality, so if you're looking for a keyboard that's 60% good, beautiful and cheap, we recommend this model from Machenike. So that's it folks, did you like this video? I hope so. See you later.